All right, so let us begin because we're on time now. So first of all, welcome everybody to the PolyU Info Day for the top postgraduate programs, and specifically to this information seminar on the MBA program. So before we begin, just a few announcements. This information seminar will be recorded and it will be later uploaded to the Study at PolyU website after the event. And secondly, if you have any questions during the info session, please feel free to post your questions in the chat box, and you can directly send it to our colleague Gladys Young. And we will have a Q&A session at the end of the seminar, and we will answer your questions. All right, so let me first introduce our team here. My name is Dr. Fang Wen, or you can call me Fanny, and I am the program director for the MBA program. And I'm also an assistant professor from the Department of Management and Marketing. And today we also have our deputy program director, Dr. Justin Law, and he's from the Department of Accounting and Finance. So first of all, thank you for your interest in PolyU MBA. And this is a very typical interview question, I guess, right? Or why do you want to do an MBA? Why are you here? And a lot of you might be currently working and might be facing some career bottlenecks or want to have some breakthrough. Or some of you might want to switch jobs or want to even consider switching to different industry. Or some of you might be tired from work, right? Maybe you're working on a very demanding job and want to take a break and meet some new friends and new people. So whatever those reasons are, I think a common theme is that you're looking for change and you want to look for a transformation. And MBA is a great place to do that because it allows you to kind of, take a pause, press the pause button and kind of look inward. And ask yourself what are your strengths are and what are you passionate about and what do you want to do with your career or life. And at the same time, let you to open up, right? And to meet new people and to explore new opportunities and new ideas. So I want to congratulate all of you for taking this very important first step in joining this information seminar. And we do hope that PolyU will be the place where we can help you to achieve those transformations that you're looking for. And so today we will have a brief overview on our PolyU Business School, as well as some detailed information about our program, curriculum, as well as the application process. Okay, so our PolyU Business School. So we center our values on the pursuit of ideas. And what that stands for is innovation-driven education and scholarship. So a lot of what we do here in terms of teaching and research focuses on innovation and creation. And we also have a 3D focus on discovery, design, and delivery. So we encourage our students not only to discover, problems in businesses or in society or discover new ideas, but to offer and design new solutions, as well as to deliver on them. So our PolyU Business School is a very big business school. We are one of the largest one in Asia. We have close to 5,000 students and close to 55,000 alumni. And so we have a very extensive alumni network. We have over 170 world-class scholars from all over the world teaching and conducting research in our business school. So a very comprehensive business school in the region. And our business school is also highly ranked among different rankings. Right, as you can see here, and we are continuously improving across these rankings on a year-over-year basis. So if you will join our PolyU Business School, you'll be studying in one of the top business schools in the region. And so for PolyU MBA program, we carry on the focus on innovation of our business school. And we have a model inspiring innovation, empowering leadership. And our program strives to help our MBA students to leap. Okay, so LEAP. L stands for leadership with responsibility. So here we want to provide, a nurturing environment where you can discover what type of leader you want to be, or what type of leader is suitable for you. Okay, so we're training leaders. Second, E stands for empowerment through intellectual growth and networking. So during the MBA program, you will have many chances for intellectual challenging activities, both inside of classrooms as well as outside of classrooms. You will have tons of interactions with your fellow classmates and to grow your network as well. A stands for agility to face challenges in a complex and fast-moving world. I believe everyone would agree with me that this is very important, especially in today's business world. So we want to prepare our students with a flexible mindset to tackle, the business challenges that they will face after they graduate. And lastly, pragmatic knowledge and technologies to solve business problems. So our program subjects focuses a lot on pragmatic knowledge or practical learning. So a lot of hands-on learning experience and opportunities during the MBA program. Okay, so in a nutshell, our program focuses on this LEAP concept. Okay, so a few highlights of the PolyU MBA, when we want to ask, why do you want to choose MBA program at PolyU? So first of all, we have a group of renowned teaching faculty. So many of our professors who are teaching our MBA courses have rich experience in the industry, so they can offer very practical, hands-on learning opportunities for our students. Also, our faculty are world-class researchers. So they can integrate their cutting-edge research insights into their teaching materials and are updated on a yearly basis. Number two, we have a high-quality curriculum. So as our Deputy Program Director, Justin, will introduce shortly about our curriculum, it offers many choices as well as flexibility to tailor to each student's learning needs. And our subject content not only focuses on a global outlook, but also have a lot of local depth in Asia as well as Greater China region. Number three, lifelong network. So this is a very important component in your MBA experience. You will get to know and interact with a diverse mix of fellow classmates from different walks of life with different career backgrounds or even from different countries. And as compared to other large MBA programs in the region, the PolyU MBA has a very intimate size. So that allows our students to build very deep and bonding relationships with the classmates. We also have an extensive alumni network, as I mentioned earlier, and also a lot of opportunities to know industry professionals through different events and activities. And lastly, we focus on practicality as well. So as we all know, PolyU is centrally located in Hong Kong. So for those of you who are considering, part-time program or even those in a full-time program, this will offer a lot of convenience to you. Our program is also very student-oriented. So both myself and Justin, we adopt an open door policy and we welcome students, direct questions and interactions. And we strive to solve their questions in a very personal manner. So very student-oriented in that sense. And also we're value-based if you compare our program to other fellow programs in. So these are a few highlights of the PolyU MBA program. And next, I'll pass the stage to Justin to talk a little bit more about our curriculum as well as the application process. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Fanny, for the wonderful introduction to the PolyU MBA program. So let me, carry on to talk about the MBA program details. Okay. So in our MBA program, we have two modes of study, right? And in fact, you can think of that as two programs as well. We have a full-time study mode and a part-time study mode program. So for those students who are, interested to study either one of the modes, please be aware that, you cannot be able to switch to the other program mode once you're being admitted. So in other words, before you decide to admit to our program, you have to think of whether or not you would like to admit to our full-time study program or our part-time program. The medium of instruction for either one of these modes or both modes are in English. Of course, that's also the medium instruction officially for PolyU as well. So the duration of study for full-time and part-time, it's one expected. Full-time, it's shorter than part-time. So full-time, you can do it in one academic year, one full academic year, including the summer term. And for the part-time MBA, you will do it in 2 full years, right, including 2 summer terms as well. So in other words, it's just double the duration of the part-time is double the duration of the full-time program. Now, in terms of the awards, we had the default option, which is essentially an MBA generic award. It's simply just an award, MBA awarded by itself. And it comprises of 11 compulsory subjects, 3 general or elective subjects. So it makes up of 39 credits in total, or 14 subjects in total, right? And it's the students who are interested to offer some specialisms. At PolyU, it's distinctive in offering 2 different kinds of specialisms. One being aviation, right? Another one being fashion, right? So for those specialisms, what you would do is, instead of doing the general or specialty electives, you will take those general specialty electives replaced by the aviation or fashion specialty electives. So once again, the number of credits is the same, except for the fact that you just change electives to the aviation or the fashion specialism. So essentially, in other words, students can opt for either a general MBA degree or an MBA degree in aviation specialization or fashion specialization. Now, these are the compulsory subjects that makes up the 11 courses, right? So essentially, you can see that it ranges from all the diverse function areas of business, going from accounting to analytics to finance to marketing to strategy, operations, so on and so forth there. So that's essentially very, I would say, making sure that all our students having a very generalized outlook in terms of understanding how general management will work in organizations. So that's what the compulsory subject is trying to equip our students to. And given the fact that nowadays business is being or technology is being so pervasive these days, so therefore we are making sure that our students will have some background on analytics, and so we have a compulsory subject on analytics as well. So that's our curriculum to make sure that that it's up to date and to make sure that it addresses the recent trends of the society. Now, in terms of the specialty electives for aviation and fashion, I mean, these are the different electives available. One of the characteristics of the PolyU MBA in terms of the electives is that you could see that you have a vast array of electives that you can choose from. So among these electives, certainly you only choose only 3 of them that is available. So you can tell in aviation that it's over 10 courses that can be chosen as elective, and for fashion, that certainly is about over 5 of them that is available to choose from elective. And all of these subjects, elective courses, are also available on our website if you want to learn them in more detail. But I'm not going to list them one by one, given time for the interest of time. Okay. So the other one is that, as I mentioned, if for those students who would like to opt for general MBA degree, then you will just take all these, or the electives from this elective pool, right? So you can see that the elective pool over here is really diverse in a sense that, it ranges from, something more technical in terms of business forecasting to something very practical, like, innovation projects, or, talking about Six Sigma quality management techniques, or, if you're interested in doing some research related things, then MBA investigative report or research methods might be suitable to you. So what we're trying to make sure is that the pool of electives are well versed, so that the students can be able to choose from to study something that they're of interest. So in terms of the study pattern, let's talk about the full-time study pattern first, right? So the full-time study pattern will start off, in fact, regardless whether or not you are in the full-time mode or part-time mode, you will start off with the MBA orientation workshop. So that's the first kickoff of the MBA program. And that orientation workshop, we try to arrange it in a so-called two-day style or full-day style, so that you will see, you understand how the program would essentially work, and also prepare all of you to this general management orientation as well. And then semester one would kick off with 5 compulsory subjects and 1 elective subject, so it makes up of 6 subjects. And semester 2, you also take another 6 subjects, which comprises of 4 compulsory and 2 elective subjects as well. And in the summer term, you will take the last course, which is the management policy and strategy. So that makes up the entire program. So you can see that it's a little bit hectic, certainly in for the full-time program, because after all, for the regular semester, you have to take 6 subjects in each semester. Okay. And for the part-time program, certainly it's given the fact that you have a bit more time. In fact, you double the time that you study, so that the number of courses that you take per semester will be less. So instead of doing 6 courses per semester, you'll be doing 3 subjects per semester for regular semester instead. So once again, it starts off with the MBA orientation workshop, and then for each semester, you will do 3 compulsory subjects for year 1, and summer term you will also do another compulsory subject, which is MIS. And for year 2, then we will start proceeding from compulsory subjects to electives. So the first semester you will take the remaining 2 compulsory subjects and 1 elective, and second semester doing 2 electives. And the summer term, once again, we will do a capstone course on the management policy and strategy. Okay. So let's look at, after talking about the study pattern and also the curriculum, let's look at class profile a little bit, right? So this is our latest class profile for our current intake, right, which is in 2022. And you can see that from our full-time, from the graph over here, our full-time students wise, there are a bit more female than male. And in terms of work experience, you can see that, on average, it's about 5 to 10 years of experience, right? Occupation wise, you can see that, many of them are, currently in management, HR, education, or some of them certainly would be in accounting, finance, and some also in logistics and operations as well. So obviously, you can see that the student experience certainly have some level of experience, and also they come from different kinds of occupation as well, or a quite diverse occupation background. And in terms of the part-time MBA class profile, about half of our class are male, and the other half obviously are female. And for work experience, once again, it ranges from about I would say about on average to about 10 years or so. And you can see that some of them are beyond 5 years, and certainly some are even more than 20 years of experience. So in other words, from a networking perspective, certainly this is actually a very good way for students to mingle with, I would say, different from people from different industries, and also people from different work experience as well, level of work experience as well. And in terms of the occupation background, you can see that there are, as you can see, a lot of them, or at least 1/3 of them, are coming from the accounting and finance background there. And the other one, it's coming from the management and also HR background. Some are coming from marketing and sales background. So that's you can see that that's also representing quite a diverse group of students. So in other words, you can take this by coming into PolyU MBA, not only the fact that you can work with people from different walks of life in terms of their work experience, and also you can learn from I would say the nitty-gritties from the other industry areas by studying with the other students. So these are some pictures from one of our course. So one of our subjects is a field study for business management. So in this subject there, they will take students to different companies to do field visits for about 1 to 2 weeks. So that's a course which is very popular. And these are the pictures that taken from that particular subject there. And given the fact that now COVID is getting relaxed, so we can start reorganizing this course from this year onwards. So You can see that they went to whiskey distillery, to even automobile companies, so on and so forth there. So that's some of the wonderful pictures that's being taken. And besides our official curriculum, you will also have an enrichment program which is offered to our students. So you can see that we'll offer career-related workshops and career-related I would say seminars to our students if they want to, in order to improve their career outlook, right? And we also offer something so-called a LEAP series event. So in other words, the students would be attending seminars by our guest speakers, and we have organized one just 2 months ago on the digital transformation of banking industry, and we're going to organize another one very soon on branding as well. So we'll try to make sure that the students will be able to have tons of networking opportunities among themselves and also among industry veterans. So that's essentially what we will try to do. So these are just some examples of the enrichment program that we have, and certainly, given the fact that COVID it's started relaxing, we will have more field visits or even field trips in the coming future. And so the other thing is that, as Fanny has mentioned before, part of the MBA program value, it's on how the students are being, networked together. So you can see that in fact, these are some of the pictures being taken by the students from their network, from their own socializing activities. So they are obviously very close, and they do have a lot of events that, outside of the curriculum, that they gather together and have a lot of fun. So that's not only the fact that you study, so certainly studying, it's one of the part of the package, but fun is also another part of the package as well, and how you network with them, which establish a lifelong relationship. It's also another aspect of an MBA. Okay. So let me talk a little bit about the entrance requirement. So the entrance requirement is very simple. It's just a bachelor's degree, postgraduate degree, or postgraduate diploma in any or an equivalent professional qualification would be fine for admission. Certainly, you need to be proficient in English, especially if you're coming from a background which is not taught in English before. So if you are not coming from an institution that is using English as a medium of instruction, you will need to take a TOEFL test or IELTS test. Okay, and for full-time MBA, we require a minimum of 2 years of experience. And for part-time MBA, requires a minimum of 4 years of experience. And in exceptional cases, for part-time MBA, there, if you're age 35 and above, with postgraduate for post-secondary qualification of at least 8 years of experience at a senior managerial or professional capacity, you can certainly admit without a bachelor's degree. And GMAT score is not compulsory. Certainly, it's welcome if you have a GMAT score. And once we receive your application, we will select shortlist candidates for interview. And in terms of the application fees and program fees, they are listed on the PowerPoint right here, and I'm not going to go over it, and you can certainly find that on our website as well. Please be aware that the fees are obviously although it's all inclusive, but there's some of the cost, like if you go for that field study for business management, the airfare and also the some of the incidental expenses will not be covered in this program fee. So please be aware of that as well. Okay. In terms of the CEF fund, there are some subjects in the MBA program eligible for the CEF fund for those who are interested in this. So 2 courses specifically are eligible for the CEF fund reimbursement. So one of them is Global Economic Environment and for Management. The other one is Management Policy and Strategy. And if you want to know more details, you can find that in the website being listed on the PowerPoint. And for scholarship, we have a merit-based entrance scholarship available for both part-time and full-time MBA students. And you can apply as you file the MBA application online. So in other words, if you're interested in scholarship, you can apply for it as you apply for the application. Okay. So these are the websites or the QR codes where you can find the more information in terms of the application. So so one is for the full-time, which is on my left-hand side, and the other one is part-time, which is on my right-hand side. And the deadline of application is April 30th to 22 for this year. So 2023. And once again, our application is done on a rolling basis. So in other words, we would obviously anybody who apply first would obviously be considered first, and will also be, if they're eligible, they will be shortlisted to interview first. So that's how our application mechanism goes. And if you need more information, you can also find this from the two QR codes below in terms of the, and that's will link to our MBA website. So the left-hand side is for a full-time MBA website. The part-time MBA website, it's on the right-hand side, okay? All right, so let me now pass the time to Fanny to introduce our next part of the program.
Thank you, Justin. So next up, we have a session on alumni sharing from our MBA alumni. So today we have two alumni joining us. Thank you very much for joining. Ms. Vian Fan. So she is MBA graduate in our part-time program in 2018, and she is currently the Business Development Director of Metaverse Corp Limited. Next, we have Ms. Kinki Lau joining us today, MBA graduate of our part-time program in 2022, so freshly graduated. She's the manager of distributor education and training at Herbalife Nutrition Asia Pacific Business Development Team. So a warm welcome to both of you for joining us today and sharing your experience with our prospective students. So again, back to the interview question that we started. Why did you want to do an MBA program? A few years ago. What was in your mind? Let's start with Vian.
Yeah, why I start pursuing my MBA degree is actually because for my journey, you can see this, I'm now working in the metaverse, but before that, my career started in the merchandising field. But after 10 years that I want to change the field, so that's why I take the MBA degree, and it like a stepping stone for me to out of my comfort zone and really successful to change the field to different industry.
Okay. So you want to switch to something new. You want change.
Yes.
How about Kinki? How about yourself?
Yeah, studying for an MBA program is on my bucket list for my life. For me, life is short. Some people choose to travel all around the world. Some people choose to climb a mountain. I step out of my comfort zone to achieve a higher qualification and meet more people. So that's my quite main reason for me to study an MBA program.
I see. Okay. So why did you end up choosing PolyU MBA? Kinki?
Well, yeah, most of the main reasons is because of the location, because I work in the Chimsajay area, and PolyU is located in the Hongham, and this is very close to my office. So I'm thinking if I want to get the MBA program, I need to attend the classes, right? So the location for me is definitely a very critical reason for me to choose PolyU as my university. And also I compared and also found that the value for money and the group size is more competitive than other universities. And the universities has been ranked globally at the top by some of the most influential sites and educational ranking agencies. So that's why I chose PolyU to study my MBA.
I see. And how about yourself, Yan?
Yeah, I agree with the Kinki, because for me, the location is the very good things for me because it's easy to go with. And then for not just for learning, and we will have a lot of group discussions. We will come back to school and gather with the student together. And the other thing I chose PolyU MBA is because there's a lot focus on group work, which means we each subject, I remember we have group discussions, the group projects. It helps me to not just learn from the academic, we learn from each others. And then this helped me to see how to work with each other and try to understand what they feel and try to make the win-win strategy and how to make the project success. So and also like you already present, is MBA program provide a very diverse elective, so I can choose what I really want to do and give me flexibility to really learn what I want to I need to know more about my knowledge.
I see. Thanks for sharing that. So, throughout the MBA journey, what do you think was like the biggest takeaway for yourself? Both professionally and personally.
Maybe I start
Yes,
first.
yes, yeah.
Yeah, like what I talked before is I think my biggest takeaway is I successfully changed my career field because it's not easy to change the field because the boss may not know doesn't know what you really can do because it change the field is totally different way to do. But for MBA it equipped myself for business knowledge. So and also my boss, because see my CV have the MBA degree and then trust me and give me the opportunity to see how I execute my knowledge to the real business. So this is for career path. And then for my personal, I'm so happy to met a lot of talents from my study journeys. Like I met my business partner here and also friends that we study together. And so for now, I still very close with them.
That's great. How about Kinky? Because I know Kinky worked in Herbalife for quite a number of years and during the program. So how did that help you professionally?
Well, for professionally, I think my English presentation skill is improved because we have a lot of chance to work together, and also we have a lot of chance here to do the presentation during the lessons. So I think my biggest takeaway is my presentation skill is improved. Besides, my decision making skill also improved because I had chance to understand more about the operations and the theory of what other departments are experiencing, which helped me to think deeper and broader when I make decisions in my company.
I see. And personally speaking, do you think the MBA has helped
Wow,
you in a way?
I mean, I also met a group of friends. We had very good relationships between us. Some of them are actually my group mate. Some of them are the alumni. So well, actually, we have quite a lot of alumni people here. No matter are they in the alumni group or what, we had quite good relationships. We meet very frequent, almost once a week, because we do the badminton together every week. And also I also have some of the opportunities to make friends and to build my network, because the alumni group here, they will also organize different types of the gatherings. For example, we had happy hours, the joint U MBA ball, the charity walls, World Cup activities, and also some other recreational activities as well. So I really like that part.
I see. And do you remember like your favorite subjects or activities during the MBA program?
The favorite subject?
Yeah, favorite subject.
Well, because I studied marketing before, so I really like marketing, because this is one of the things that I'm familiar with. But also I had different chances to study different different subject that those subjects that I didn't really consider to study that before, like the accounting and also the what Justin just said, the Six Sigma, and also some entrepreneurship program as well. So actually that those subjects helped me to to broaden my eyes, and I also work with the great people here, and I learn a lot from them.
I see. I guess it echoes what Leanne said at the beginning of stepping out of your comfort zone, right? And to learn about different subjects or topics that you're not very familiar with. How about Leanne? How about Leanne? What were your favorite subjects?
I think my favorite subject is negotiation, because because I'm very impressed, because the negotiation is not just one win and one lose. We will try to think of how to make win-win strategy. So I remember that some cases the lecturers give me some solutions to see how to make a good negotiation. What is the tactics to do it? So this is impressed. It's more than I expected in the beginning. So yeah, I still remember some of the tactics in it. So this is my favorite one. Yeah.
Okay. So some of the things you learned during the program actually stick with you and help you. That's great to know. And so how about challenges, right? Like both of you are part-time students. Were there any like particular challenges that you faced during the program, and how did you overcome them? Yeah, why don't we start with you?
For me, I think time management, because it's not easy to how to balance the work and study life. So, but I'm very lucky to have the teammate at the beginning. So when we're doing the group project, we are some are very strong in writing and some is strong in presentation. So we can allocate the different tasks with different people first. So we combine together and make the work more easier. So maybe the suggestions to overcome it is find your group teammate.
And how about Kinky? Would you agree with Vian?
Yes, I agree with Vian. Time management definitely is one of the biggest challenge for me, because we were the part-time student at that moment. But thanks to this challenge, because I learned how to plan my time ahead, which also improved my productivity and also time management skill as well.
Okay, that's great to know. So lastly, any other advice that you would give for our prospective students? Kinky, why don't we start with you?
Well, have fun, enjoy the MBA life. It's not easy, but it's worth to do it. Because like what I said, I just want to step out from my comfort zone that I did. And I met a group of friends. I also get a higher qualification, which helped me to do better decision making in my company as well. So just have fun, enjoy the life, because this is your student life. This is not easy, really not easy, but you can make it.
Very encouraging. How about you, Vian?
For me, I'm very agree with Kinky. For me, my advice is, yes, enjoy your study life, because when I look back, I'm very treasure the time I'm studying in MBA. So what I advise is don't think too much, and you will get more than you expect. Like me, before I joined the MBA, I didn't think I really can change the field, because it's really not easy. But after your effort, because you have to take your time, your effort in it, but you will get what you want and more than you expected.
Okay, so it sounds like it was really rewarding for both you and Vian.
And professional.
Yeah. So like you changed job into a completely new field, right? And met a lot of new friends. And for Kinky, I guess it helped you advance in the existing company.
Because but just because add more on it, because metaverse is kind of like a very technology or an industry, but good thing is I can use my knowledge in business to how to figure out the business models. So that is what I really can use my execute the business knowledge in it and try to see it's how to make it work.
That's great to learn. Thank you so much, Kinky. I think we're running out of time. Thank you, Kinky and Vian, for joining us today and sharing your experience with us. And hopefully for our prospective students, Kinky and Vian sharing can, answer some of the questions that you may have about the program and how, the MBA life would be. Okay, thank you very much once again.